Okay, the last thing I'm going to go over is balancing chemical equations. So for the first example here, the left-hand side is already balanced. So notice that there is a 2 in front of this NaOH. So when you put a number in the front, that's the coefficient. That applies to everything that it is in front of. So this is saying that we have 2 NAs and 2 OHs. Again, there's only one OH there because there's no parentheses around it. So if there's a 2 in front of the Na, that means I have to put a 2 here on this side in front of this Na. And this 2 also gets applied to the OH, which is our polyatomic ion. And if we look over here, there's already a 2 subscript on this OH, implying that there's already 2 OHs on this side. So we have 2 OHs, or 2 hydroxides, on either side. And we have 2 sodiums, or NAs, on either side. If we look here, we have 1 magnesium here and 1 magnesium here, which is great. Again, we want them to be the same. There are 2 chlorines here, and if we look on this side, remember I said that 2 gets applied to everything that it's in front of. So now, because we put that 2 there, it's saying that we have 2 chlorines here. So we have 2 chlorines on either side. Again, you cannot change the subscripts. The subscripts have to be this way because of the charges. In order to balance a chemical equation, the only thing that you can do is change the number in the front. So the left-hand side, this was already balanced, so I just had to balance this side, and the only thing I had to do was put a 2 in front of this. Again, we could put a 1 in front of here, but usually we don't do that and we don't have to write that. Let's look at the second problem. So again, the left-hand side is already balanced. So let's start here. So this is saying we have 2 potassiums, or 2 Ks here. There's only 1 on the right-hand side here, on the product side. So in order to balance it, we have to put a 2 in the front here. And remember that 2 gets applied to everything it's in front of. So now you're saying you have 2 Ks and you have 2 Cls. However, if you look on this side, we already have 2 Cls, or 2 chlorines, because of this subscript. So right now there are 2 potassiums, or 2 Ks, on either side, and 2 chlorines on either side. If we look at the CO3 here, which is our polyatomic ion, there's only 1 of those on this side, and there's only 1 on this side, which is good. It's what we want. And then lastly, we have Ba. There's 1 here and 1 here. So this equation, again, the left-hand side was already balanced. We just had to balance this side. Stop. Sorry, this is my dog. And then I just had to put a 2 here. You can put a 1 here, but you technically do not have to. So now both of these equations are now balanced.